Coach Eugene. Woo! Let's get down to this.
Well, it's high noon.
Alright, we're watching tiered guitarist who plays McCree in this, plays Tracer, plays Echo, plays Soldier. Okay, so right off the bat, just with your hit scan, how do I get off of you? Hold on. Wait for the round to start. Okay, I'll show you in a second. Of course that does nothing. Alright, so right from the start, I want to talk about how literally everyone else on your team has better McCree positioning than you do right now. You're playing on the floor, which is not a good spot whatsoever. You're kind of just asking to be dove. You should be setting up with your Ana, probably, I'd say. Your Ana or your Zaya? Actually, you, your Ana, and Zaya should all be playing together. So where is your... Yeah. This position here is just absolute crap. McCree, well, hit scans in general, like the two most important things are aim and positioning, but aim is completely useless if you don't have good positioning. I did notice you had some really nice shots on McCree, but like, you were never in a position to use them. So, yeah, you just don't sit on the floor. You've got to always be thinking about map positions. So, like here, you got to be thinking about which high ground gives you the best angles, also the best escape route, and a health pack at best. So, this one has good angles, it has an okay escape route, and it has a health pack. This one has good angles, a great escape, and you have an honor back there. So, sitting up here is probably your best bet, but this wouldn't be a bad place to sit. Still, this is the worst place that you can be playing right now. Like right here, you have nothing to shoot at. Nothing to shoot at, nothing to shoot at. Nothing to shoot at. So DMAC Diva, but you really could have gotten a lot more done. Should be walking your Ana out right now.
Going to be okay.
Alright, so once again, this position absolutely sucks. This is gonna take a while. Okay. Ooh, cyber slow. Okay. So right here, you probably don't want to go up here because you can get dove easily. Same with here. This hallway would be really nice. You and your Ana can go up into this hallway. You've got to consider their Hanzo's angles, but like this corner should be enough for defense. I believe there's also, yeah, a really nice shooting gallery here in quite an undivable spot. But yeah, where you are there, it's kind of undivable, but your angles compared to theirs are absolute trash. Like, and then rolling out into their Hanzo's sightline, you are asking to die. You're right now playing his game. So now that you have your Reinhardt, you can walk with him. You should probably have flashed the Echo over there, that would have turned into a kill.
Don't move.
Instead you're flashing his shield. You've got to be looking at their cooldowns before you just use your flashbang. Right, so right there, you're Reinhardt hard through. DMAC Diva again, but you're really not getting anywhere close to your maximum efficiency. So you get some really nice shots onto the Nano Winston. But that's what I'm saying, you hit like 5 headshots and 2 clips there, that's pretty good. If you can do that consistently, then like your positioning will just be the massive difference maker. Because then you could be hitting those all the time. Alright, so right here, really disrespecting the DPS angles. Alright, flashbang monkey, nice. When he's this close, your best bet is to be machine gunning him. Right there, you should have rolled into your Ana, you would have killed monkey, saved her life, and saved your life.
never die.
Alright, so there you go, Tracer. What I noticed when watching this before is your cooldown usage is just god awful. So the way that you want to be playing Tracer, like there are two main playstyles that people The way that people use their cooldowns is they always have 1 or 2 reserve blinks, and they just like so. Do I want to give you an example? I'll give you an example after the VOD on how you should be timing your blinks. Right here, you just use 2 blinks for no real reason. Your Mercy's right there. I know you're low health, but you could have done the same movement in 1. Another big thing with your Tracer is you spend all of your time shooting at the tanks. Tracer's job is not to shoot at the tanks. If you want to do that, you play Echo. Tracer's job is to harass the backline, so definitely not. Like, you just used 2 blinks when you didn't even need to use 1. Like, using 1 could have been justifiable, but 2, definitely not. But yeah, as a Tracer, you're currently shooting at the Nano Monkey. What you should be doing is... Hold on. Where's the supports? Alright, so they have an unprotected Ana. That's a free kill for you. And their Hanzo... Like, you do have to respect him, but you could definitely get him as well. You should be going for the Ana, the Hanzo, and if Mercy's in a poor position, Mercy's well. Instead, you're spending all your time shooting the monkey, which is not your job at all. And during this entire fight, their Hanzo and their Ana are completely uncontested, which keeps their monkey alive and keeps your team dead. You can give you the benefit of the doubt and say that one lagged. Alright, so you just use 4 blinks for no reason now. Like, the team's not that close, you really don't need to be using them. So here you've blinked once, you blinked twice, no one's shooting at you, team's still very far away. Just blinked into a wall. Blinked again. Like, you have no reserve blinks. If you were to be dove right now, all you could do is recall, but they would still get a very easy kill onto you. You blink into another wall. You seem to have kind of poor map awareness, at least with Tracer. It doesn't seem like you play it very often. This guy's just blinking for no reason. That blink there was alright. That one was close to alright. Like, right there, if your D.Va wasn't slapped, you would have died. Also, there's no health back in there. I'd suggest maybe playing a bit more Tracer, just like a lot more Tracer, so you can be aware with where you should be blinking. Like, it's all muscle memory. If you play enough, you'll know like exactly where you should be blinking. You should be able to play the map with your eyes closed, really. And you can also tell where the health packs are. Yeah, right here. Ana. Oh, she has a Mercy on her, but still. Really just getting them to peel for the Ana does so much for your front line. Yeah, Hanzo's in the back, uncontested as well, but you got grabs, so whatever. Alright.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Alright.
Ready for battle. Ready for battle.
So here you decide to employ the Echo, which I think is a... I've had this problem with someone that was voting yesterday. You'll see in a second. Hold on, now it's sped up. What's happening? Okay. So, yesterday I was doing a main support where when they played Mercy, they pocketed the tanks, and when they played Lucio, they pocketed the DPS. You have the exact same problem as they do. When you play Tracer, you go for the tanks, and when you go Echo, you don't. So right here, you have an incredible sticky angle on the Sigma, who has no shield and is currently focusing on your Winston. I'm pointing at the screen. And on on the Roadhog, who has a Mercy on him, but you can easily outdamage that. He's also in an awful position, so you shouldn't be playing Doomfist, you should be playing an Ashe or a Sombra, but I mean, Uzziah can help you focus him down, I guess. Instead, you do get nice stickies on these two grounded, but it's just not what you should be going for at all. The tanks that effectively get out. So you do sticky the tank set, but you've lost your opportunity. Also, like your Brigitte should be saving a health pack. This is a problem playing Doomfist. Health pack should be going to Winston, to Ana, and to you, but like Doomfist also needs to be in that rotation. Still, you should be a main priority. Okay, so with your echo positioning, you're not playing your angles nearly as aggressively as you could be. This entire fight, we're going to watch how you just play like this really bottlenecked angle where you see these really good corners and roofs. You can be playing around a lot of spaces quite safely. Instead, you bottleneck yourself really far back, completely limiting your angle to the Sigma. Right here, you could have gone through this building to get the Sigma, who's currently up in the air. This is a really good time for you to be stickying. You don't see that because you're back there with the supports. You can't cancel the res because you're back there with... Okay, your Brig does it, but she feeds hard while doing it. And then you just bottleneck yourself again here. So your presence really hasn't felt that fight at all. The health pack is over there. You see? Over there.
Going free.
And then here, complete disrespect for the Hunter. What I don't understand is, hold on. So you go around that backside, which is a really safe getaway, but instead of fully committing, you just kind of run into a really unsafe angle, which is kind of counterproductive.
Mobility
My
increased.
ultimate is almost ready.
Alright, so right here, you get stickies onto the hamster, and then you just look away. Hammond is currently on half health. This is a kill you definitely want. You don't use your focusing beam on him, and then instead you use it on a full health Echo. What? There's an antied half health Hammond for you, and instead you go for a full health Echo. Why? You lose your McCree for it. Right here, you should be getting a higher angle. You're just shooting at a shield. With Sigma's shield cooldown, Echo absolutely bums him. Like, just straight up, there's not really much that a Sigma can do against an Echo. You need to abuse his massive lack of protection. God, your team really do like feeding, don't they? Right here, you could be playing a great high ground. This one right here, you have Arch. Oh my god, what is happening? Okay, this one right here, you have archers, you have a health pack back there, you have all of these corners. It's a really nice high ground that you could be playing. Notice that the enemy Echo is actually controlling this high ground, where you're playing on the low ground. That Echo is controlling the tempo of the team fight.
Mobility increased. Locking on.
Right, so right there you could have stickied and lasered the Hammond. Free kill. And another thing, their Echo's doing better than you. You're opening up with your shooting, they open up with the sticky mines. You do... let's have a look. You do 51 damage to her. She does 120. You have respawn advantages. You have spawn advantage, so you really could have killed her though. Just need to be hitting your cooldowns right. So here you have a copy. There we go. Oh, you nearly laser the hamster, but you get him out, which is good. That's what you should be doing.
Ability increased.
What I don't like about this copy is you don't have a brig. Just died. Your team really isn't in a position to push that.
Engaged.
But then you just go for a copy, which is pretty weird. Anyway, let's see your Sigma mechanics. So you rock a shield.
You're powered up. Get in there. Upgrade detected.
And use Flux. Alright. So this Flux is pretty good, but the enemy have Valkyrie'd it, so chasing it is not the right play. What I hate here is Sigma has like 1 second more of eating and you throw all your stickies in way too early. If you had just waited, both tanks dead there. And just disrespect Hanzo's angle and he kills you.
Group up with me.
Regeneration complete. Switching back to combat mode.
30 seconds remaining.
Alright, so now you go to Soldier, and with Soldier you have pretty similar problems to what you have with McCree. Your aim also isn't very good on Soldier, compared to your McCree. Like right here you're playing a low ground. This is time wasted that you could be using to sprint up to that high ground that we keep talking about. You do have to be wary of the Hanzo's angles, but for God's sake, you're running into a choke when you could be running into a high ground. Seriously, this doesn't do much. You're also trying to play Soldier at long range when he's a medium range hero. You're not really effectively using his range at this point. You could be going up there, which would seriously minimize the range. And also, they can't really dive you. It's a lot of resources. So you do take the high ground, and Echo dies. Right. And then you jump off the high ground immediately. You could have killed the Honor and the Sigma if you stayed up. Instead you got yourself some really bad angles. Now you're shooting the Wrecking Bolt, not your job. I know these are little things, but in overtime especially, it's very important to get as many kills as you can so that they don't come back. Alright, so right here you could be taking high ground. He's standing in a choke. Standing in a choke, standing in a choke. Yeah. You really need to take a look at your positioning if you want to continue playing hit scan. Alright, so right here when I saw this I got really proud because I thought, wow, you're going to take this high ground. Which you do for a while. Let's see how long. Yeah, you ditch it too early. And then you just straight up leave high ground. This angle is not optimal, especially with that aim. Right here, playing where you're playing. Like, you can play with your Xayah and you don't really have to worry about getting dove. She's a pretty tough hero, and you can sprint away. She's holding high ground for you, and both you and your McCree. Okay, McCree's dead, but you at least could definitely be playing up there with her. You'd be getting much better impact, like visoring from here compared to visoring from there, or even over by the cliff. Just not as much impact. You get 1 kill on a half health McCree. It's not a very good ultimate.
Everyone, heal up.
Right here, you and your Xayah should be pushing the high ground. Making sure they don't get it. I do like this escape that you do here.
Healing ground.
That's pretty clever. And you just kind of overstay your welcome. Up here. Yeah. Could be playing a slightly tighter angle. So you can get away quicker.
The war goes on. Come here, get stabilized.
You know it.
We need to get the payload moving. Rally to me! I'm under fire.
Okay, so here, should be obvious by now. Echo's uncontested while you're shooting at the tanks. She hasn't been shot at once. Once again, you and your Zarya should be holding this position. And instead you guys just absolutely bomb. And not in a good way.
That's better. That payload can deliver itself. Move it! Everyone, heal up!
Alright, so you finally push this high ground, but you solo, so it's not gonna last long. Right here, you see, the Echo, and, like, the Echo just kinda seems to be doing everything that you should be doing, but better. The Echo then pushes you with their Zarya, you do run instantly, which is the right play. But then you're visoring in this absolutely awful position. Like, again. Also, it doesn't seem that you're wearing a headset during this 1v1. Yeah.
I don't quit till the fight's done.
30 seconds remaining.
What else is gonna do it for us? Attack!
Alright, so here Soldier probably isn't in your best interest, but I would recommend going up to one of those high grounds, just slightly better angles. Instead, of course, you're playing on the floor in their face. Because why not? Alright, I want to show you a few things. Oh. Alright. Sorry, okay, so with Tracer. Okay. So, basically, as far as timing your blinks, so you see you have 3 blinks. A lot of Tracers will have 2 on reserve and they'll just use 1 to move around. And then you can see the timer in the bottom. Once it's almost back up, you can blink again, and then you're back to 2. And then you can blink again, you're back to 2. Alright, they always have those 2 reserve blinks. And other Tracers will use double blink and then they'll wait for the other one. You always want to have 1 or 2 on reserve, though. Always. Or you can even employ a mixture of those 2 strategies. But yeah, you really need to be considering how you're using your blinks. Okay, what else is there? So your flashbangs on McCree were lackluster, but you weren't playing positions to get good flashbangs. I don't think I really need to display how you should be holding as McCree. I'll just show you what combos you should be doing as Echo as well. So hold on, let's get a tank up. Alright. So you just need to be shooting the tanks until you see them in a position where you can get your stickies and absolutely harvest them. You pretty much always want to combo your focusing beam right after stickies. So yeah, you do want to do a little bit more damage to Wrecking Ball to melt him, but the principle's still quite similar. If you have any other questions, please talk to me. Thank you for watching.